be explaining about the introduction to integrity. Ethics serve as the moral compass guiding public administrators in their decision-making processes. The great philosopher of Aristotle says Platons has used the word ethics in describing moral philosophy, the science of what is commonly done or the science of custom. They ensure the public officials act with fairness, equity, and respect for all citizens. Unethical conduct will cause trust deficit towards the public service and towards the government as a whole, while ethical conduct ensures that public servants uphold the values of integrity, transparency, and fairness while making decisions that impact the well-being of the society they serve. What is the relationship between ethics and integrity? Integrity is inseparable from ethics in public administrations as it represents the practical application of ethical principles in everyday administrative actions. There are three philosophical approaches to ethics in public administration, which includes intuition. The intuition approach relies on a person's understanding of what it means to be a good person and to display the traits necessary to enact that understanding, where the characteristic of intuition actually includes integrity. Based on Merriam-Webster dictionary, integrity means firm adherence to a code of especially moral or artistic values. Integrity is a major aspect in good governance and key towards ensuring transparency, accountability, and trust in the public. Integrity is important because it serves as the characteristic of ethical behavior, effective governance, especially in public administration. It ensures that public servants act honestly, transparently, and consistently with ethical standards and will help build public trust in government institutions.
So here's is a form of integrity in KPDN. Firstly is honesty. Officers carry out inspections, investigations, and enforcement actions truthfully without manipulating information, while accountability officers are responsible for their decisions and actions, especially when enforcing laws on price control and consumer protections. Next is transparency. Enforcement is conducted according to clear SOPs and guidelines so processes are open and fair to the public. Additionally, professionalism officers perform their duties ethically, respectfully, and in accordance with laws and regulations. While fairness, all traders and businesses are treated equally without favoritism or discrimination. Lastly, anti-corruption. Officers reject bribes, gifts, or any personal benefits that may influence their judgment.
2.0 Concept of Integrity in Ministry of Domestic Trade and Cost of Living (KPDN). The concept of integrity in the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Cost of Living refers to the civil servants performing their duties with honesty, fairness, and impartiality in public instead of personal gain. This is related to domestic trade enforcement and the issues of cost of living. This way can ensure the highest standards of governance and prevent corruption. KPDN set up an integrity unit that includes a transparency and accountability method of work. Civil servants need to act fairly and honestly among others. They must make decisions openly that are based on the laws and take full responsibility for their actions. Other than that, an integrity unit is also established to prevent any misconduct, which is led by Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) that focuses on managing integrity matters. The objective of KPDN is to ensure ministry officials can do their work with high moral values, ethics, and a spirit of patriotism. They also resolve issues of criminal misconduct, violations of the Personal Code of Conduct, and the Organization Code of Ethics among civil servants.
2.1 Who is Ministry of Domestic Trade and Cost of Living (KPDN)? Ministry of Domestic Trade and Cost of Living (KPDN) is an organization that helps the community in a lawful business. This ministry was established on 27 October 1990. The function of KPDN is to promote a better economy which is competitive and sustainable economy in Malaysia, such as distributive, trade and consumerism. sectors. It determines and monitors prices of each product and services. They educate consumers and protect them from scam prices. This act helps to maintain economic stability. Point 2. How does Ministry of Domestic Trade and Cost of Living (KPDN) apply integrity in their work? This ministry's direct involvement in economic regulation, price control, and enforcement. Based on the integrity unit, they operate with Anti-Corruption Commission, which is MACC. This integrity unit is responsible for implementing 6 core functions such as governance, strengthening integrity, detection and confirmation, compliance management, and compliance and discipline. First, governance. They ensure the best corporate governance is equipped. Second, strengthening integrity. They ensure that the implementation of integrity within the organization is met. Third, detection and confirmation. Before they take an action, they need to verify whether the complaints of criminal are fact or true. Fourth, complaints management. They receive and act on all complaints on criminal based on the code of conduct and ethics of the organization. Fifth, compliance. They ensure compliance with applicable laws and regulation in force. 6. Discipline. They carry out the duties of disciplinary board.
So for the conclusions, I have done summarize all the information into one paragraph. The first one will be the definitions and importance of integrity, which is 1.1 and 2.0. So the second one is the KPDN's identity and missions, which is 2.1, and the third one the specific forms applications of integrity in KPDN, which is 1.2 and 2.2. So lastly is the institutional mechanisms are used and policies used for implementations, which is 2.2. So integrity, defined as the firm adherence to moral and ethical values, is the practical applications of ethics required for effective public administration and good governance. Within the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Cost of the Living, which is KPDM in short, this concept is formalized by requiring civil and servant to act with honesty, fairness, and impartiality solely for the public interest, deliberately rejecting personal gain, bribes, or misuse of power. As the ministry responsible for regulating domestic trade, consumer protections, and managing the cost of living, KPDN also ensures this high standard through institutional control and robust enforcement. This is achieved by establishing a dedicated integrity unit, which is IU in short. So often led by the MACC and mandating strict adherence to codes of conduct, integrity framework serve to mitigate corruption risk, ensure accountability across all enforcement actions, and thereby maintain the essential public trust necessary for the successful execution of its critical economics and social mandates.